Welcome to episode 6. I got my boy Jarrell on here with me today.
Yo.
We're going to get into a few things on today's podcast. I'm going to start off by asking you the infamous first question. Describe Jarrell Bush in a few words.
Let's see. Cool, calm, collective. Likes to have fun. Loves everybody. Loves everybody.
Yeah. I agree with that one.
No discrimination nowhere. Come holler at your boy.
What are some good things you have going on in your life?
Oh, dude. Recently married to a beautiful wife. Friends everybody would die for. And just living a life. Good job. Family's healthy. That's all I can ask for.
What would you say is your greatest achievement in life so far?
Marrying my wife. Buying a house. Hopefully having a family someday.
Right.
Having that opportunity is my biggest.
Hell yeah. Who or what has had the greatest impact on your life?
Who or what? If I had to pick, if I would say, it would be probably one of my friends. If I had to pick one of my friends, I'd say Brandon Way. He's a wholesome guy, bro.
Yes.
The best dude you can find, hands down. And he's like one of my greatest advisors.
Right.
I go to him when something's bad. I'm like, all right, bro, I'm gonna call B-Way. He's got a solution. So
he really do.
And he's a quick thinker. I'm like, dude, like, how can you give me this good information this quick? Like,
yeah.
All right.
He'd be like, listen to me.
And he breaks it down in such great words. He's very vocal with his hands. bro.
He'd be like, just trust what I'm saying.
You gotta understand everything.
What are some things in your life that you would like to improve about yourself?
I like to be more active. When I get home from work, I sit my ass on the couch. I don't do shit else. I like to get up and do some more things, get more active. Maybe work out. No, not work out. But, go out and do some shit.
You get up and go to the kitchen?
That's it. And you'd be lucky if I do that. Living in this damn Louisiana heat, I can't do shit.
Right. It's hot as fuck out here.
Day and night.
How was life growing up? And would you say it was good or bad?
Oh, my life growing up is great. I got the best of both worlds. My family was great. I had great friends growing up. Their families was great to me. Mm-hmm. So I felt the love everywhere. So my childhood was great. I wouldn't change it for the world. For sure.
The New Orleans Saints make up a major part of your life. I asked Jeremy, but I want to have your take on it too. A few weeks ago, Brees was criticized for his comments about disrespecting the flag. Many were upset, some agreed. What are your thoughts?
All right, my thoughts is, personally, I think he was baited into the question. Because they knew his beliefs about the flag beforehand. And they didn't ask him anything about what it was about. But what he said, it's still frowned upon these days.
Yeah,
but
definitely.
You can't. He said what he said. He came out. He apologized.
Mm-hmm.
What else is a man to do?
Right. Do you think it's disrespectful to kneel for the flag?
No.
Me either.
I don't believe so.
Me either.
People say so, but that's just my beliefs. What somebody else believes, by all means, fucking believe it.
I know we had talks growing up about your biological father not being there while growing up. How did that affect you as you got older?
I would say it just didn't prepare me for shit that, like, all my friends growing up, they did everything with their dads. They camping trips and shit like that. You know, I never got that. I had a stepdad. He was great. You know, the nigga was tough, but he was great. He was a good dude to me. But I never got what everybody else got, the comforting dad, or, you know, shit like that. But I think I turned out great. That's your boy.
Do you think it make you want to be a better father when you have your own, you have your own family?
1000%. 1000% for sure. I got to grow up. You know what I mean? I've never talked to my dad once.
Yeah, I remember you telling me.
Ever. Never seen this dude. I've had his number for probably a decade. Never called him.
Wait, you never seen him either?
No. When I was a child, I couldn't tell you. But it is what it is. He picked his path. I got mine. So.
Right. What is something that you recently realized that you wish you would have realized sooner?
That's a good question. What I would have realized sooner. Everybody does drugs. If I'd have known that at a young age, I'd have been way more like relaxed.
Right.
Everybody does drugs.
That's true. It made you think about when you was younger and your teachers would have a substitute, like spare the moment, and they'd be like, "Oh, I was called in to substitute for this teacher." When you get older, you look at it like, "Damn, I had them rough Sundays too."
I know all about them hangover Sundays. I know all about it.
Hell yeah. Do you believe in God?
Yes, I believe in God. I'm not an avid worshiper, but I believe he's up there.
Do you believe in God because you was taught to, or do you believe in God because you want to, and you know?
I'd say both. I was taught at a
Same.
young age, and I was always forced to go to church, getting drunk by my ear on Sundays.
Right.
But, you know, Sunday, Christmas, never miss a Christmas, Easter, you know, stuff like that with the family. But after a while, whenever we moved to Sidell, we really stopped going to church.
That's how it was for us. We had Bible study Wednesday, choir practice Thursday. Friday they had this thing called youth night, and it was from 7 to 10 on Fridays. And then Saturday it was me, Chris LeBeau, my cousin Reggie, my sisters. We had to go to like a hip hop,
Oh, so y'all had fun though.
Yeah.
Right.
And then Sunday it was church, but then Sunday was 2 services. And my mom is still like that to this day, to where it's like, when I got this tattoo, I got it on Canal Street, and I got home at like 6 in the morning, and my mom was like, "You know you're going to church, right?" And I was sitting in church.
Heard.
But it's like, I went through a phase where I was like, it made me want to be like rebellious, to be like, damn, I went to church so much, I don't want to go no more. But it never like made me question God. But I went through the phase of like too much church and not wanting to be there. But then I'm still not back going to church like actively. But I got my relationship with God is like, it's there.
It's strong.
Yeah. Gonna ask a quick question about race. You and I have had talks about racism, and we mentioned how we shrug stuff off in order to not make a scene, but we don't want to put energy into it. You and I have experienced times where we actually was fed up with it, and I know you experienced things within your relationship early on that wasn't fair. If you could speak on the things that you went through, and how did you overcome, and what was the end result?
The first thing that I can really remember was when I was in high school. I dated a chick, and we were going strong for a while. It's probably my first love, like real love, and we were going steady for a while, and then one day she just tells me, "Oh, I can't be with you no more," and I was in love. I was hit hard. And I finally got the real reason was her dad didn't want her dating a black dude.
Right.
So I was hurt, but I didn't pressure her or anything like that. But that was my first thing that I dealt with that was huge in my life. But other than that, just here and there, guys that say this,
Right.
But me growing up, how I did, I grew up inside with a lot of white people,
Right.
which is my family, dude. I love them to death. They love me to death, but it is what it is. I've learned to shrug shit off, but now I know enough is enough.
Right. That's how I am too. I was telling Andy that even shit I heard, I was like, I'm starting not to care because those motherfuckers are outnumbered. Like the people with hate in their heart. It's starting to be like, you pick your own battles, but at the end of the day, the people with that mindset are dying off. They're like the last of a dying breed. So it's kind of like you get with the program or get left behind.
Get the fuck out.
Yeah.
Yes, indeed.
If you had enough money that you never needed to work again, what would you do with your time?
First off, with my time, I would make sure all my family's straight.
Mm-hmm.
That's number one priority. Make sure everybody's good, living right. Then after that, I probably travel.
Yeah. Same here.
But I'm not a big traveler. I go a couple places, come back home.
Right.
Sleep on my couch for a couple weeks. Swim in a pool. That's about it. Drink 45 Budweisers. That'd be about it.
I always said that I was like, if I make it big, I would give my friends and my family. Well, my friends are my family, so I would give everybody like a property. But even if I ever was famous, I don't ever want the fame. I just want to. I mean, you know how I am. I would rather fucking chill on the porch and fucking.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Talk for 30 hours. Yeah, I feel that though. But me and Jeremy always talked about if we ever got rich, we'd buy a neighborhood.
Yeah.
And just all the houses on the block would be all our boys.
Fucking right.
Everybody in the back. We got family in the back. A whole fern is in the front yard. Yeah, like shit like that. Hey, dream big.
Fucking right. You and I have both talked about Kobe Bryant, and Kobe Bryant died in January of this year, and we talked about the effect he has had on us. everyone in the world, but especially black men who have grew up searching for a hero, we felt like we had a superhero with Kobe. And he was a black man who was universally loved. And if you could talk to me about your love for Kobe, because you are to Kobe what Stan was to Eminem.
I couldn't have said it better. Except all the crazy shit, you know. But yeah. So when I was growing up, I've always loved Kobe. Always. From fourth grade, every project I did, everything I did was on Kobe. Yeah, I just loved how he was. He was just his mentality. He was a killer. When it came to the fourth quarter, ain't no stopping him.
Right.
Ain't no stopping him. But I've always had that love for him. And then when he progressed and developed the Mamba mentality,
right,
that's when I really got into it. And then tragically, when he died, man, that hit me hard. I cried for probably about 2 days.
Me too.
2 days long, and everywhere I went, I couldn't get away from it. Instagram, whole timeline. Facebook, whole timeline. Twitter, whole timeline.
Right.
So every time I just pulled it up, it was just reliving it over and over again. But hey, I think I'm gonna get a Kobe tat.
You should.
I think I'm gonna do it for sure.
Remember the night before he passed, and we was at Joe house, and me and you was talking about him, and you was like, yeah, Kobe, my number one, and I was like, yeah, Kobe, my all time, and I was like, no matter what, I said I respect LeBron and everybody for their talent, but I was like, Kobe always number one, and
always.
Then the next day when the news hit, and I texted you, I was like, bro, what the fuck?
And it was weird though, because I don't know if you remember, he came out with a speech like the day of or the day before, and he was like talking weird. It was talking like he knew he was gonna die.
Yeah.
It was weird, man. It was weird.
Do you think there'll ever be another Kobe?
On my shirt. Huh?
Do you think there'll ever be another Kobe?
Fuck no.
I agree.
Don't even try. don't even fucking try. Absolutely not. You could try. You'll get close. That's about
All you can do is be inspired.
Exactly.
If you could start your life over and change one thing, what would it be?
I'd probably go to college.
Why?
I'm tired of working in this heat, bro. I like to sit in the office building and type on a computer or something. I ain't gonna lie. Other than that, bro, I love my
college would break you though. It did me.
Right.
I got fucking $60,000 of student loans.
God bless you.
That I paid 101 a month, and it was for 3.5 years. And I only went to college because my parents was telling me, just go to college. And I knew I could do it smarts wise, and even when like my GPA was a 3.5, and I remember showing it to my parents, and I felt like no excitement about it because
you weren't happy at all.
Yeah, because I was like, that's not what I want to do, and then my last year, even now if I go back, I have like 18 credits left to get, which would be easy, but I was paying like $4,000 a semester out of my own pocket.
A semester, and it's 4 years.
Yeah, and that's a semester, so it was either like work full time or do this, and I tried to do the part time thing, and it was still at the time I'm driving a hoopty. That was when I got my old Camry, and it's like my fucking car don't have no AC, and I'm driving to Southeastern all the time, and I'm like
living the life.
I'm like I'm knowing that it'll pay off eventually, but I still felt that it wasn't what I wanted to do because I always wanted to do acting before college.
Yeah.
And I would get accepted into almost every audition I went to, and my parents would be like, oh, try college. And I used to be like, damn, is it going to take college for me to be able to get respect?
Yeah.
And that was the only reason why I went. But even like now, I have no regrets. And sometimes I still think about going back but I always think about all the money I could have put into everything.
Everything else.
Yeah.
Anything else.
Like, I'm driving in a car with 2 broken windows, no AC. Bro, I think I told you that story. When I drove to Casey wedding,
Yep.
I drove there in my boxers because my car had that was the Camry with no AC, and I had my clothes on the passenger seat. But I'm paying $4,000.
fresh.
But I'm paying $4,000 some out of my pocket at the time for school. And I used to be like, man, fuck this shit. But I respect the people that went and they knew that they wanted to go. Like, I don't have nothing against that.
Most people got help though.
I just say that, like, oh yeah, definitely. And even like some of my friends, like, they would even tell me like, oh well, I did have it easier. Like, my parents wrote me a check for my semester, and
exactly. I wrote you a check and got you some spending money on the credit card. You know,
right. And I never had jealousy toward them because it's like, I wanna have that much money for my kids to do shit like that.
That's what I'm trying to do at this moment.
Right. But I would just say about college, like, know why you want to go, because, I mean, it's the reason why people that have degrees and they still out here jobless.
I know people to this day.
Right.
Graduated from LSU. Try doing shit.
Mm-hmm. If you were given a week to live, how would you spend the time?
You ever heard that?
7 days.
You ever heard that song, Live Like You Were Dying?
Yeah.
By Tim McGraw. That question makes me think.
Yeah, that whole listening, you'll get the answer.
Oh yeah. Just about everything he did there, plus spend time with the loved ones.
Right.
Make sure they know that everybody rubbed off on me.
Mm-hmm.
I got something from just about everyone that I've come encounter with. I've taken something from them.
Oh yeah.
And used it in my everyday life.
Right. Even whether good or bad, you take something away from everyone.
That the bad's the best. That's where you learn.
Right. In March 2019, you married Tabby with the good hair. How is married life treating you?
Oh, bro, it's great. It's great. My wife is the best, dude. She's the most selfless person I've ever met. She give the shirt off her back to anybody.
I agree.
And marriage, we've been together for almost 13 years now. So I've been married. I was married well before the wedding.
Right.
So it's just about the same, but doing life with her and trying to live life with everybody before we hunker down and start a family. But it's great. It's great, for sure.
If you could give a short description of what Tabby means to you, what would you say?
You ever heard the term, you lose your head if it wasn't attached to your shoulders?
Mm-hmm.
She's my shoulders. She's holding me up there, buddy. That's it.
Casey, I'm laughing because Casey would always tell me, like, you would lose your dick if it wasn't attached to you.
Yes.
And I really be thinking in my head, like, I know I would.
I probably fucking would. Oh shit, he ain't lying though. Shout out my boy C-Lat.
Who is the better cook, you or Tabby?
You're looking at him, buddy. Feast your eyes with the fucking surprise. They call me Gordon Ramsay. I'm playing. I'm not good at all. I follow recipes.
Hey, it still come out good though.
Thank you.
Who is the funniest person in your life?
Jeremy Richard. For
Why?
sure. I wish I could answer that for you. The shit he says, the shit that comes to his mind that he speaks
I know.
is baffling.
Fuck, I agree 200%.
dude's something else. He knows it too.
Oh yeah, he do. That's why he
eats it
he
up.
amplifies
He
it.
eats it. Yes, indeed.
I know you and Jeremy have been friends for years. What are some of the best things about Jeremy, and what's the worst?
The worst. Let's start with the worst, because he's a lot of that. He knows how to push my buttons.
Yeah.
I've known this dude since I was in 3rd grade. He knows what to say to piss me the fuck off.
Yeah.
And the good is, he's a loyal son of a bitch. Got my back through it all. I don't. If I kill somebody and I got a body in the trunk, he ain't saying the words. It's just like The Town. You ever seen that? He's like, oh.
I love that movie.
What do you say? Who's Hobby taking? And who's Hobby taking? That's Jeremy right there.
That's him for sure.
Who's Hobby taking?
I know that you would do anything to save a friend, so I have to ask you. If Jeremy was bit on the ass by a snake and he couldn't get to the hospital, would you suck the venom out?
Oh yeah, for sure. Because if he didn't suck it out my ass, I was gonna make him, and I'm sure he would do the same. I'm gonna help my guy out, but we're gonna make sure there's no video cameras.
Right.
We ain't talking about this. He gonna sign an NDA, and
he wrote this question too.
Fuck him! Fuck him! Bastard.
I know friendship is important to you. You and Tabby have a lot, and they come over every weekend, so that says a lot about how they are treated if they want to come over here every weekend. Describe what friendship means to you.
Friendship. I would say like Casey said it. Friendship is nothing, dude. It's family. When I meet you, I want to make you my family. I want to live what you live. I want to know what you know. So when I make a friend, I make them family.
Right.
It's nothing but deep conversations and love. I learned that from yours truly.
I love you too. When you were old and you look back on your life, what do you think will matter the most?
Growing up how I grew up, knowing the people I knew, actually having fun, you know what I mean? Not being able to be sheltered, like my mom was able to give me just about anything I wanted. I was spoiled.
Oh yeah, I know.
To the T, mama's boy. But just getting the knowledge I did.
Right.
For sure. Yeah, we almost out of beer. We are out of beer.
Oh! Somebody! Oh! He needs some
What
milk.
is something that you can't live without?
Sports. There were no sports.
And why do you feel that way?
It's just entertainment, I'm a huge fantasy football guy. So if I don't have fantasy football during football season. And also, my wife.
Shout out to Tabby with the good hair.
Gang, 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 gang.
What hobbies do you enjoy the most?
I enjoy friendly competition. I enjoy swimming a lot, bathing in the sun, but also dipping in the pool. Chilling with friends. That's always a huge thing. Drinking beers with the boys. You know what Saturdays are for.
Oh yeah. In golf.
Newly to the golf game. Newly. I don't enjoy it as much as I should because I suck. But
every weekend you be out there
trying
with your fucking club.
I be trying, bro. Practice makes perfect, and I'm not perfect yet.
Have you ever done drugs before?
Yes, sir.
Do you use, whenever you tried it, did you try it to escape from reality, or did you just do it to enjoy yourself and get high?
I did it to experience it, see what it was like.
Mm-hmm.
You know, don't want to be a greenie. So I did it to see what it was like. It wasn't like peer pressure.
Mm-hmm.
It was me actually being like, all right, I'll try this.
All right.
Ain't nobody gonna peer pressure me into shit.
Do you want to have a family?
Hell yes. Yes, indeed.
How many kids do you want?
I've always dreamed of 3. 2 boys and a girl. Of course, you know, you want the boy first.
Mm-hmm.
And then a girl. And then a baby son. That's all what I want.
Any plans in the future on when you want to start?
It's near future. Very near future. My mom's been asking for God knows how long.
How do you want to be remembered when you're gone?
I want to be remembered as the guy that everybody loved, and there was never a bad time around. Just all around, just a guy you want to be around.
Yeah, I think you will be.
And I also want people at my wedding, at my funeral, to wear bright clothes. Highlighter yellows.
It could be
No
like
blacks.
my dad.
No blacks.
It could be like my dad. His funeral was the attire was everybody wears Saints jerseys.
I love that.
Yeah,
I love
the
that.
whole church was filled with people in Saints jerseys.
I love that. Give the pastor one. He needs to rock one too. Damn, I love that a lot.
Yeah, bro. My mom was like, cause that's how he was when I told you that before. Like when he would leave church early, and he would be like, the Saints are coming on at 12, and it got so bad to where the church got a TV in our office, and my dad worked security, so he would go into the office and watch the Saints game, so he wouldn't make my mom leave church. So when he passed away, my mom, that's what happened too when he was in the hospital. I called him and I was like, hey, I recorded, he was so into football, so where I was like, I recorded the Super Bowl and I was like, I already know the results, but I was like,
I ain't seen it yet.
Right, and he was like, die hard, even from like back in the day, he would be like, Aaron Brooks, you asshole, Mike Ditka, you piece of shit, Sean Payton, you, like, he said some shit
Ruthless.
he said some shit I can't say. But people in the church would come over and watch the games, and my mom would be like, babe, you can't say that. And he'd be like, I say anything I want to fucking say.
It's my fucking house.
He's like, they got a problem, they can get the fuck out. So when he passed, my mom was like, we're not going to wear no like sad colors or whatever. She was like, everybody wears Saints attire. So people came in with like Saints t-shirts, Saints jerseys, and that was pretty much the whole church.
I love it.
What are your views on marijuana legalization?
Do it. God bless, do it.
Why?
First of all, the money income that it would help any city.
Mm.
Everybody smokes weed. You bring that in, that's just another plus. Also, it's harmful.
Harmless.
harmless. Jesus Christ. I had to think about what you said. Like, what? Like, hey, I'm like, what are you talking about? It's harmless. And it's all around good time.
It is.
It's a good time.
What do you think about coronavirus?
I don't think it's fake. I think
Me
it's
either.
I think it's real.
I do
It's
too.
a real virus for sure. I think it's people are blowing it out of proportion more than what I would.
Mm-hmm.
Don't get me wrong, I wear my mask every fucking where I go.
Right.
And I'm being safe. And I also think that people think that not wearing a mask is bullshit because somebody's telling them. That's
right.
But I believe it's a real virus, and fucking beware.
Right. That's how I am. Like, I know the virus is real, but I also know the government is manipulating data too.
Been happening since day one.
Right. I'm like, it ain't the first thing they manipulated, so it's
Exactly.
never gonna stop. If you could send a message to, especially like with racism going on in the world, if you could send a message to every racist in the world, what would you say?
Shut the fuck up.
Yes.
Shut the fuck up. Yeah, shut the fuck up. That's what I tell him.
Trump or Biden?
Neither.
We agree there.
Neither one of them motherfuckers.
Now we're gonna play a game of Would You Rather. Crawfish or Mardi Gras?
Mardi Gras.
Chick-fil-A or Cane's?
Chick-fil-A.
Popeyes or Churches?
Popeyes.
Beer or weed?
Both.
Text or talking?
Text. For sure text.
Sex with the lights on or sex with the lights off?
On.
Jeremy or Tabby?
Tabitha.
Same answer. Would you rather do the choking or would you rather be choked?
Do the choking.
Would you rather have a small penis that can ejaculate or have a big one with erectile dysfunction?
A small one that can ejaculate. For sure. Everybody likes the pleasure.
In the last part, describe your friendship with Harold Gibson.
Oh, my friendship with Harry. It's a new recent one. Really deep, really great recent friendship. We talk about the tough shit, and we actually help each other through it.
Yeah.
You give me great advice, and I value our friendship no other.
Same here.
And I'm glad that we have crossed paths.
Fucking right.
For sure.
Fucking right.
Because we hadn't, who know where I'd be. I'd probably be at the store cursing somebody out right now.
You still do that when you don't get food.
Hey, when a motherfucker hangry, bring the food stack.
Man, that's all for episode 6. I love you.
Love you too, you son of a bitch.